Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done anything sewing related, but we're gonna go ahead and take some time to not talk about how to sew, but a general conversation about sewing machines themselves and how not to work on them. Maybe. We'll see. I haven't actually started working on them. If this turns out good, it'll be a good tutorial. If it turns out wrong, it'll be a how not to tutorial. But I've had a lot of people ask me about my brother sewing machine, and that I don't really use anymore because, as you can see, in the 14 months that I've been sewing and got my first sewing machine, my brother HC 1850 for Christmas, I have since acquired 5 sewing machines. I got into kind of a bad habit of just buying sewing machines. The second one that I got was this Creative Sensation Pro 2 right behind me. It is the Pfaff brand, and anybody who knows me personally watching knows exactly why I am partial to the Pfaff brand, and that is because my last name is Pfaff. Married into that 9 years ago. In 4 days, actually. Our anniversary is in 4 days. 9 years and 4 days here. But yeah, so when I was in the market for a new embroidery machine, it was kind of a no-brainer what I should go with. I did have a few issues with my brother. 1,500 masks later, it needed some maintenance. So I brought it in, I got it fixed. It's fine now, but I still splurged a little bit and got this Creative Sensation Pro, which does all of the embroidery that I do. So got that, loved it. And I managed to find on Facebook Marketplace there was a Pfaff 130 for sale for $30. I was like, that's crazy, I need to get that. And it was a parts machine. It didn't actually work, but I was like, you know, it's an iconic machine. It was the first one to come with the zigzag stitch. And you think of a Pfaff machine, and this is probably what you think of, is this Pfaff 130 right here. So I went and I got it. I didn't care that it was missing the feed dogs and bobbin parts and things like that, and it came with no accessories. It was literally just what you see here is what you get with this machine. I was like, oh, that's fine. Well, had it up on display. It was just kind of a decoration in my home because my last name is Pfaff, and it says it right here. And my in-laws would come over and they're like, oh, that's such a nice piece. That's beautiful. Well, of course it is. But as I got looking at it, I'm like, you know, it'd be really nice to have one that works, because I'd like to do some leather work and some denim work, and this is a very heavy duty machine. It can handle all of that. And I'd had a request to do an embroidery job on a denim jacket, which I didn't end up doing because I'm not going to put denim through my embroidery machine. That seems like a lot on something that I want to last for a very long time. But if I would have had a 130 that worked at the time, I probably could have done it. So I scoured the internet and I found a good deal on what was supposedly a working Pfaff 130, just 1 year newer than this 1950 per the serial number Pfaff over here. So I got it, and it was delivered yesterday. All excited, opened up the box, came with all the accessories, presser feet, you name it, little screwdrivers and stuff. Absolutely beautiful. But then I got looking at it, and it didn't come with the belt, and the motor cord is in very rough shape, and I'm just overall very disappointed that it said that it would work and it would not. But thankfully, I already have a parts machine that hopefully in this video, when I smash them together really hard, I end up with one sewing machine that works at the end. Okay. Maybe I don't smash them together, but after doing some investigation, I think I just need this flathead screwdriver here. And to do, you know, take a few screws apart, put them back together, little elbow grease. I do consider myself fairly mechanically inclined, so I think this is a project that I can do. But if it isn't, this is all for your entertainment. All right. I figured I'm gonna move this motor over to the next one because the power cords for the other one are in really rough shape, and make a few other minor adjustments to the one that supposedly works with the bobbin case and everything. So I was just going to dive in and start changing parts around, but then I was like, no, I should make sure everything works first. So I went to go get the power cord and the presser foot that came with my original parts machine, because it did at least have those. And I was looking for the power cord and I could not find it. It's disappeared, it's vanished. So I have this interesting thing here, not a very big plug-in. I don't know that I can do this anymore until I find something that's going to fit in there. Good news, I found something and it appears to fit in there. If this works, I'm going to laugh hysterically. That's really disappointing that that didn't work. So I will no longer be switching the motors from one to the other, despite the fact that the original one looked a lot nicer. The fact that it doesn't work automatically disqualifies it. So let's go ahead and see if the second one works. Now, I don't know much about electricals, but I feel like that's not very safe. Don't try this at home, folks. All right, it lights up right away. Light is on and off and on, off, on. Okay. Presser foot. Ooh, it spins. You can hear it working. All right. Okay. eBay seller, whatever your name was. It does work. It just doesn't have the belt. Apparently, you thought that it would be okay to send a machine that works without the belt, which makes it work. So things just got a whole lot simpler. I just need to move a belt over. And that'll be the end of the video, guys. No, this part right here, I will change out from the other one, because this is plastic. It's black plastic, and the other one is solid stainless steel. So I like the looks of the other one better aesthetically. So I will at least switch those out for you guys. But I'm excited it at least works. What disappoints me about the power cords and everything on this one, at least, is it has, this was supposed to cover some kind of defect in the cord, apparently, but it doesn't cover anything. Okay, there's some pinched wires here, but it's very old and gross, and this isn't actually a Pfaff part. They adapted a Singer pedal to this Pfaff machine. So I was hoping to go with all original Pfaff products, like, well, I guess I don't even know that the presser foot that came with the first one is even necessarily Pfaff. It doesn't say it on there, but I'll take what I can get. All right, so looking at this, I can see this is very loose. My power cords and the whole motor. And looking at this one, we have an elongated hole here. That way it looks like we can use that to tension our belt properly. But I'll see if I can get this to settle right. Okay, that already looks better. There happens to be a groove here and like a dovetail sort of thing going on. And I just had to get that piece into the dovetail there and tighten it up. So it looks like this may work out after all, being able to get the right tension. But this is obviously a custom made part right here to get this to fit in. And I noticed when I do plug it in, it sits very loosely in there. Like there's no tight click or anything to make that feel like it's in there properly. So I'm afraid that if I am sewing and this were to get bumped, that it could just disconnect. Now starting over here, I'm considering really just taking the whole motor and light off, since this is a display. And I do like the look of those Singer straight stitch machines that have nothing on them. So here is our belt, which will be going on the new one. Maybe. Please, come off without damaging yourself. There we go. This looks pretty old and used. I'm going to have to Google how to care for these kinds of things, because I myself don't really know what proper care for belts are. Now let's loosen that back up. Get that to sit in that dovetail. Push down with just a little bit of tension there. All right. Let's fire her up again and see how she does. Lights up. Oh, look at that! All right, let's go ahead and take this nice stainless tensioner off. Thankfully, my husband by trade is an auto tech and therefore has, where did this little piece come from? I didn't expect that. Hopefully I didn't just sabotage myself. But I see this is dirty, so I'll clean it. Might as well, since it's opened up. Alright, now as I had said, I'm going to take this off. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, well, we can just do one and leave this on, it looks like. There. I may need to get a small washer or something to that extent for over there, but I'll go ahead and screw this in here so as to not lose that part. All my parts are switched over and it's time to see if she sews, and she does! I'm checking a few of the different stitch lengths just to see what those look like, but so far so good. I'm so used to sewing with machines that have the automatic needle up buttons or just default to that I have to remember to actually move the needle up. This is going to take some getting used to on my end. But if you enjoyed what you watched today, please hit that like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching!